Imagine waking up to the roar of explosions and the scramble of military jets overhead. That's the stark reality for Ukrainians as Russian forces unleash a relentless assault of drones and missiles. But here's where it gets controversial. Is this just another chapter in a brutal conflict, or a dangerous escalation that could draw NATO allies deeper into the fray? Let's dive into the details of this unfolding crisis. Breaking it down step by step so everyone can follow along, even if you're new to the story. Picture this: a car engulfed in flames outside a battered apartment building in Zaporizhzhia, Ukraine. On October 5th, 2025, after overnight strikes from Russian drones and missiles. This haunting scene, captured by the State Emergency Service of Ukraine and shared via Reuters, underscores the human cost of the ongoing war. For beginners, these airstrikes aren't random. They're targeted attacks aimed at crippling a nation's infrastructure, much like how a power outage in your neighborhood might disrupt daily life, but on a massive, life-threatening scale. Now, shifting gears to the Western Front, Poland, a key NATO member, has taken decisive action. Early Sunday morning, Polish authorities deployed aircraft to safeguard their airspace following Russia's barrage on Ukraine. In a statement on X, formerly Twitter, Poland's operational command explained that both Polish and Allied planes were active, with ground-based defenses and radar systems ramped up to maximum readiness. This isn't just routine. It's a direct response to the heightened tensions along Europe's eastern flank. And this is the part most people miss. Eastern flank NATO countries have been on edge since Poland intercepted suspected Russian drones in its airspace back in September, marking a historic first for a NATO nation firing during this conflict. Incidents like drone sightings causing chaos in Copenhagen and Munich have even disrupted European aviation, forcing reroutes and closures. For instance, Lithuania's Vilnius airport shut down for hours overnight due to reports of balloons potentially heading its way. A reminder of how modern warfare can blend high-tech threats with everyday disruptions. Flight tracking data from Flight Radar 24 showed commercial planes diverting to routes typically used when Polish airports near the Ukraine border, like Lublin and Rzeszów, are out of commission. While Reuters couldn't confirm this independently, and no alerts appeared on the U.S. Federal Aviation Administration's site, it highlights the ripple effects of war on global travel. Zooming in on Ukraine, the entire country faced air raid alerts for hours overnight, with the Air Force issuing urgent warnings about missile and drone threats, especially in the Lviv region bordering Poland. Lviv's mayor, Andriy Sadovyi, described intense engagements by the city's defenses against a drone, followed by a Russian missile. By 7:30 a.m. local time, 04:30 GMT, parts of the city were without electricity, public transport was halted, and Sadovyi warned residents via telegram that venturing outside was risky. Eyewitnesses reported the thunderous sounds of air defenses firing from every direction, painting a vivid picture of a city under siege. Meanwhile, in the southeastern region, a late-night assault on Zaporizhzhia, the capital of the frontline Zaporizhzhia Oblast, claimed 1 life and injured 9 others. Regional Governor Ivan Fedorov detailed the devastation on Telegram: apartment blocks and homes damaged, vehicles ablaze, shattered windows, and wrecked yards. Over 73,000 customers lost power in the area, amplifying the hardship. But here's where controversy really heats up. Just 55 kilometers southwest of Zaporizhzhia city sits the Russian-controlled Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant, Europe's largest, which has been disconnected from external power since September 23rd. The head of the UN's nuclear watchdog recently pleaded for both Ukraine and Russia to muster the political will to secure the site, seized by Russian forces early in the invasion. For those unfamiliar, Nuclear plants need steady power to cool reactors safely. Imagine a ticking clock where a blackout could lead to catastrophic meltdowns, echoing past disasters like Chernobyl. Is this plant a legitimate military target or an unacceptable risk to global safety? Opinions differ sharply, with some arguing it's a strategic asset in the war, while others see it as a potential humanitarian disaster waiting to happen. Russia has yet to comment on these overnight strikes, but the pattern is clear. Both sides have been hammering each other's critical infrastructure throughout the conflict, from energy grids to transportation hubs, in a bid to weaken the opponent's war machine. This tit-for-tat escalation raises big questions. Does targeting civilians and essential services cross ethical lines, or is it a necessary tactic in modern warfare? Reporting from Melbourne and Lviv was handled by Lydia Kelly and Andriy Perun, with editing by Jamie Freed and Lincoln Feast, all adhering to Thomson Reuters trust principles. What do you think? Should NATO members like Poland be more involved in defending Ukraine, or does that risk sparking a wider conflict? Is the Zaporizhzhia plant off limits in war or fair game? Share your thoughts in the comments. Let's discuss.